Hey everyone, today I want to talk to you about a few different cinematography techniques that you can use to improve how you look when video chatting on platforms like Zoom or Skype or Facebook Messenger. Now, as someone who films interviews on a fairly regular basis, these are all techniques that I use all the time, and they can really improve how you appear on video chat without having to invest in the expensive equipment that I use when shooting professionally. So the first thing I want to talk to you about today is lighting. That's the big one, right? Now, normally when I'm lighting an interview, I use a large softbox like this. Of course, I don't expect you to have a softbox in your home, but you do have the next best thing, which is a window. So ideally, you want to find a large window, preferably north-facing or one without direct sunlight. Curtains or blinds can be a really big help here to help you adjust the brightness. The next thing to consider is positioning. You want to avoid having this window behind you. This creates a very unattractive silhouette and is something you definitely want to avoid. Now, it's not an absolute rule. As you can tell, there's a window behind me, but let's keep it simple for now. You really want to have this window in front of you or slightly off to the side. Having it too far to one side can create the effect of one side of your face being super bright and the other side being very dark. In the case of my window at home, I've actually closed the blinds because it is so bright and only opened one of the window blinds on the window the farthest in front of me. If you don't have a window, you'll want to use an indoor light source, preferably multiple indoor lighting sources like a ceiling lamp and a table lamp so that you can avoid casting heavy shadows. The basic rule here is the more light, the better. Now, the next thing to consider is your background. Generally speaking, solid backgrounds look better than busy backgrounds, and colorful backgrounds look better than plain white. I've chosen this nice red wall, but if you don't have something like that in your home, you can still try to keep the background behind you as simple as possible. Consider cleaning up any clutter behind you. It really does help. And lastly, composition. We'll talk about two different things here, camera height and framing. Generally speaking, you always want your camera to be at eye level. If you're using a laptop, lift your laptop up to eye level. You want to avoid tilting the camera up or down because it can create the impression that you're either very small or towering over the other person in the chat. Also, keep in mind that you usually want to position your eyes so that they're on the upper third line of the screen. If you divide the screen into 3 segments, your eyes should be sitting on the top line. If you want to be extra artsy and offset it, you can position yourself where the vertical and horizontal lines intersect. Now, I understand if you can't implement all of these techniques. It's unrealistic to assume that these apply in every space, but even if you can implement just 1 or 2, you'll find that overall quality of the image you're streaming will improve, and the people you're chatting with will be less distracted by what they're seeing and more interested in what you're saying. If you'd like to learn more about unified cinematic videography and how we can improve your business with video marketing, please visit unifiedcinematic.com. Thanks for watching.